morning, everyone. I'm Marty. We are headed back now. We just came through New York City and we are in Far Rockaway, about 10 minutes away from the truck. We are heading over there now to get it loaded on a trailer, and hopefully by tomorrow night it will be on its way back to New Jersey, where the Mahan Foundation has purchased it and is intending to do a full restoration on it. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you very much. So I wanted to show some more of the trailer that was connected to the truck. We unhooked it from last week. This is a 300 or 350 ton Transport Systems Inc. trailer. It's not the original trailer to this truck. The original trailer to this truck was a 600 ton Talbot. This trailer was built sometime in Texas in the mid to late 70s. Sorry about the engine noise. And as of right now, we are not taking the trailer. The decision has been made that, you know, Gary Mahan collects antique Macks and he doesn't collect antique Transport Systems trailers. So you can see the size of the beams right there next to the tires. And I mean, it's a big trailer. Like I said in the first video, we took 50,000 pounds off the fifth wheel just to nudge the truck out from underneath it, and we hadn't even begun picking up the weight of the trailer. And it's probably 75 foot long, 80 foot long if I had to guess. She's a big one. Fortunately, it's probably going to end up in the same spot where the truck was going to end up. So the truck was actually going to be scrapped. That truck and trailer were both having bids put on. You can see the airplane coming from JFK, or into JFK. And both the truck and the trailer were slated to be scrapped either next week or the week after. And that's when the Mahan Foundation and Gary Mahan came in and purchased the truck. We'll talk more about the history of it later on, but like I said in the first video, it's one of three. This is the third truck and the only one still known to exist. Just for reference, I'm 6'3", standing under the tongue of the trailer, looking at the back of the truck while we get ready to crib up the outriggers, pick up the back. All right, you can see here we have the truck picked up in the air about a foot to get it out of the hole that it's in. And we brought the skid steer in, took one tire off, and we're surprisingly able to get the lock ring out from between the two tires. So what it is, there's the inner tire that slides on the hub, then a spacer, then the second tire goes on and is locked into that spacer, and then the lug nuts go on and actually hold the whole set together on the truck. All right, here Luke is getting ready to drive the forks under the tire. We can catch the tire. Figure these tires are about 1,000 pounds a piece between the tire and the rim. All right, we've got the tire strapped to the fork. Now they're gonna nudge the tire off. The tire's loose. We just have to get the angle right so it slides off the hub. And that's what goes into removing a tire from a Mack M100 SX. We got a couple different jobs going on here right now. We're working on pulling the inner tires off. And then on the other side, to try to save some of the width for when we do the permitting, we're knocking off the little end caps on the fenders. Should save about 4 or 5 inches when we do the permits with all the tires off, to try to make it a little not as wide. I'll update with the width and the height and stuff later once we get ready to get it loaded on the trailer. So you can see here the Mack planetary drive axles. Big trunnion suspension. I'm gonna climb in and look at the brakes real quick. You can see there's a wheel cylinder and there's a wheel cylinder. They're actually hydraulic brakes, like I talked about in the last video for a little bit, but then it goes to an air pump. Okay, all 8 tires are off. We've got the truck set on the ground on the axles. We're getting ready to reposition the rotator, and then we're getting ready to back the other rotator down to pick up the front so we can get the front tires off. With the tires off, I was able to climb in the passenger side engine compartment and take a little video here. This is the 16 V149 in this truck. See, there's 4 turbos, 2 blowers, obviously, because I don't know if you guys realize this, but Detroit diesels don't run without blowers. They need a blower to run because they're a 2-stroke diesel. There's the fan and a radiator shroud. That is some fan. It's actually, the truck is straight piped too, so I can only imagine the noise this thing must make out of these 6-inch pipes with the 4 turbos. Then you can see the feed pipes coming out of the turbos going directly into the blowers. There's the governor assembly. Valve cover. The emblem in the valve cover. Pretty cool. Never actually seen a 149 series Detroit before. As you can see, I'm back here looking at the trailer again. Again, the trailer was manufactured by Transport Systems Inc. I was actually talking to Gary before about it. Due to its size, the only way it could leave where it currently is to get back if it were to be purchased would be either on a barge or cut up and then moved. And unfortunately, with the trailer not being the original to the truck, it's just not worth it to the Mahan Foundation to purchase and deal with moving it. It's very cool. It's one hell of a thing. But this is, like I said, I believe I said earlier, a 350-ton trailer. And I mean, the thing, it's 80 foot long, if I had to guess. Just massive. We're just getting ready to use both rotators to pick up the truck and get it loaded on the beam. The beam's in front right now. See if I can climb up and get a view of that from the front. In front of the truck. See the trailer. One rotator, double lined to the front, and the other rotator double lined to the back. All right, here we go. We're getting ready to back the beam under the truck. Both rotators picking it up. Okay, here we are, we're setting down the front of the truck onto the trailer. Prime mover is sitting on the trailer. All the blocking is up to our satisfaction, and we're just starting to chain the truck down. We believe the truck's gonna end up being about 13 foot Yeah, 7 to 9 inches tall, depending on how low we can get the trailer to sit once we pull it out of the hole it's in.
The truck up and then pull the trailer back underneath the truck, then set it down on blocks. So just get in a 90-degree position to do that. Just trying to get the air dumped out of the rear axles of the trailer so we can lift the trailer up and then pull it back that way. Now we got the M100 in the air and we're measuring now to see where we can block it. Tire truck as it sits, supported by wood in the front, 2x4s in the very large piece in the center, and they had a bone it before when it was lifted up in the air completely. Now we're got the block set in the rear, gonna set it down. So here's the truck as it sits on the blocks. So that's gonna be for a while. That's how it's looking.